shout out Arm & Hammer. We need a sponsor.
You crazy, bro.
You crazy. This one's good. This bro, guess what?
What?
So you know I had my family time vacation type last week because my brother was in Montana when I went for Christmas break.
Right.
So we did that this past weekend. My mom got me 8 sticks of this.
8?
I guess she was trying to tell me I stink.
You do stink. No, I'm kidding.
When I don't wear this, I stink.
Yeah.
8 sticks, bro. It's nice.
Wow, that was ASMR. That is nice.
Yeah.
Rosemary, lavender. If you're wanting to...
But, yeah, we need a sponsor.
It doesn't smell like rosemary or lavender.
But it's nice, right?
But I do like it.
Yeah.
Why is it like...
It's like gel type, but like, it's good. I like it.
It looks like your deodorant is sweating already.
Yeah. But yeah. Arm & Hammer, let's get a sponsor.
I don't think they can see it.
Yo, what's good? We back with the pod. My name's Austin.
I'm Brandon.
And we are the Upper Roommates. Today, we will be reading out of 1 Peter chapter 4.
Can't wait. It's going to be good.
Yes.
It wasn't like this in the putting out of episodes. But last week, we recorded our top 5 moments individually.
Yes.
And so it's been a minute since we've recorded a episode in the word. So we got back from Christmas break, recorded that podcast, and here we are. It is January 13th for us.
And this is dropping January 30th for y'all,
we think.
Hopefully. And I'll be moved into my house,
bro,
that week. Like 4 days before.
Have you started packing yet?
Oh, actually I have. Just very, very, very little.
Okay.
I took out all the dishes in one cabinet.
Okay.
All right. But I did bring back cardboard boxes from home that my mom, shout out Mama Love. She cares about me so much. She got me a ton of boxes that I can just assemble. It would be nice.
That's good.
So, love it.
Well, I can't wait to see all of you guys doing that new house, that new crib, bro. It's going to be great.
Yeah. New setting soon.
Yeah.
New setting.
For sure. All right. Well, you want to go ahead and jump into it? There are what, 19 verses?
Yeah, there's 19. We're reading out of the NIV here.
I can read the first 8.
Go ahead.
All right. Living for God, therefore, since Christ suffered in his body, arm yourselves also with the same attitude, because whoever suffers in the body is done with sin. As a result, they do not live the rest of their earthly lives for evil human desires, but rather for the will of God. For you have spent enough time in the past doing what pagans choose to do, living in debauchery, lust, drunkenness, orgies, carousing, and detestable idolatry. They are surprised that you do not join them in their reckless, wild living, and they heap abuse on you. But they will have to give an account to him who is ready to judge the living and the dead. For this is the reason the gospel was preached, even to those who are now dead, so that they might be judged according to human standards in regard to the body, but live according to God in regard to the spirit. The end of all things is near. Therefore, be alert and of sober mind, so that you may pray. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling.
Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. If anyone speaks, they should do so as one who speaks the very words of God. If anyone serves, they should do so with the strength God provides, so that in all things God may be praised through Jesus Christ. To him be the glory and the power forever and ever. Amen. Dear friends, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that has come on you to test you, as though something strange were happening to you. But rejoice inasmuch as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. If you are insulted because of the name of Christ, you are blessed, for the Spirit of glory and of God rest on you. If you suffer, it should not be as a murderer or thief or any other kind of criminal, or even as a meddler. However, if you suffer as a Christian, do not be ashamed, and praise God that you bear that name. For it is time for judgment to begin with God's household? And if it begins with us, what will the outcome be for those who do not obey the gospel of God? And if it is hard for the righteous to be saved, what will become of the ungodly and the sinner? So then those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to their faithful Creator and continue to do good.
All right.
It's hot.
Oh, yeah.
And yo, did I say meddler right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what a meddler is? It's somebody trying to get in everybody's business and like...
Oh, yeah. I don't want to be meddler.
Yeah. Trying to like shape it into whatever they want. Like, first, the thought of meddling is like, there's this person, and the person over here is trying to get the two of them to like date each other. You know, they're like meddling in their relationship.
Oh, yeah. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. We read James, and some of this
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
was like...
It does seem very James coded.
Yeah. But, you know, the therefore be alert of sober mind so that you may pray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first thing that stood out to me, I feel like, is just talking about suffering for being a Christian.
Yeah.
Because here's the truth of life, whether you're a Christian or not, and this is the last part of this chapter proved it, is you are going to suffer. And so you might as well suffer for Christ.
Yeah.
You know? Have Jesus on your side through the suffering.
I need it.
Instead of just suffering on your own with, you know, whatever the Lord is, or whatever the world wants you to do.
Yeah. What was the verse that really spoke to that? It says, they are surprised that you do not join them in their reckless, wild living, and they heap abuse on you. You know, obviously once I did, very clearly that speaks to me, and like, it's sad, you know. I thank God for the perspective and the life I have now. But you know, the fact of the stubbornness of their mockery, that they're surprised that you don't live like that anymore, is very, very sad. And honestly, you got to keep them in your prayers, because just the spirit in me, it hurts me even trying to comprehend having a perspective like they do at this time. That hurts my heart.
Well, it sucks that they're still living that way. And you know what?
Yeah.
You know that you've chosen the better option, and you just want that option for them too.
Yeah. That hurts. Verse 8, above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins.
Yeah.
Like, as point blank, you know, if you do things out of love, like, okay, I might not like this person, but if I at least treat them with love and respond lovingly, then, you know, it's going to allow for me to not be enraged or become angry or try to fight, you know, thoughts that just are not pure and God worthy, if I just push love to them, you know.
Right.
And I think if we can always walk each and every day, you know, being nice and not hating and just actually living in this world with a positive perspective. And, you know, obviously it's talking about sinning and stuff. It's hard to sin whenever you have love at the forefront.
It doesn't start off in the beginning of the chapter, but in verse 7 it says, the end of all things is near. So be alert and of sober mind so that you may pray, which is what stood out to you. But I like starting at verse 7 because it's like there's like an urgency behind it, and then it follows it up with offer hospitality. Each of you should serve using whatever gift you have to serve each other. Because my thing is about serving each other is like whatever I'm lacking, if whatever you're lacking, if I'm serving you, hopefully I can help like supply whatever you lack. And then whatever I lack, if you're serving me, you can help supply whatever I lack. And it's just like this cycle of helping each other. And I don't think that it's by accident that it is placed after he talks about the end of all things is near. Like, we are needing each other, especially as the time continues to draw closer and closer to Christ's return. We need to rely on each other and not just try to hunker down and do things ourselves, you know? But we need to serve each other. So that way, when the temptation comes to sin, whenever we get tired and burn out from trying to build God's kingdom here on earth, we can rely on our brother or sister in Christ and face all of those things together.
Yeah.
And whenever I do fail, you're serving me, and so it lessens that blow a little bit. And then whenever you fail, it lessens the blow because I'm serving you.
Yeah. That's deep. You know?
Yeah, okay.
That is deep. I think it's deep.
Well, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. I could good thought, brother. Through Jesus Christ. I just think, like, you know, obviously my job as the OC, outreach coordinator, like, you know, I don't want to ever get frustrated with people, or just, let's just say I'm trying to make a certain number count of volunteers to help out with one of my specific events that I'm leading. A good perspective, well, it's kind of what Steve was talking about this past Sunday, and I wrote down the specific words he used, which was great. But basically, I'm going to try to summarize it here and tie it into serving, is that believers of Jesus, of God, on this earth, we obviously are like handling earthly things, but we're serving eternal purpose.
Right.
And so, if we are blessed with the opportunity to serve somewhere, and somebody gives their life to Christ through that opportunity, that has eternal weight on it.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, obviously it's telling us here, when we get the opportunity to serve, do it with the strength that God provides. So it just really makes you look at each unique opportunity you have to help and move on eternal time. That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Well, and I think what was the verse?
It was like, serving.
I don't know what you were just talking about.
If anyone serves, they should do so with the strength God provides.
Yeah.
So that's on verse 11.
Okay, verse 11. If anyone serves, okay. I was just trying to get like my thoughts around it. I think that also goes hand in hand with like feeling burnt out too. Like when you're feeling stretched, when you're feeling like you've done too much, when you're feeling burnt out, right? You're probably right. It's probably because we've been leaning into what we are trying to do ourselves and not trying to do it with the strength that God provides. You know, like if we just let God use us, then it shouldn't have like this constant friction and this constant like, oh gosh, I'm striving and I'm hoping and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying. But it's more, that's not that you don't have to try, because like it's still a broken, fallen world, but like God will come and be the strength. And so it's not that we are the ones who are serving each other, but God is serving through us. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can you give us a practical example?
Well, like, I mean, I'm a youth pastor, and so whenever I'm doing like setting up for an event or whatever, and like it doesn't feel like anything's going right, not a lot of times, almost every time I gotta go, wait a second, am I like here at 2 a.m. because or I'm here until 2 a.m. because I just decided that I was going to do it and it's going to be exactly how I want it and yada, 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 all those things. When I should have just started and been like, you know what, Lord, I just hand it all over to you, and I ask that you would just help me to get this stuff done in a timely manner. Yeah. And whatever's not important, let it fall to the wayside. And if it's in your will, like, let it all just be accomplished in your name, you know? Yeah. But I don't do that, you know?
I definitely can relate, bro. Like, literally, what I'm dealing with now, just putting in a new system for new time guests and the 2 opportunities I have coming up. Like, I'm trying to manage them both. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, I have one that's this Sunday that I need more of a priority, obviously. But then also, like, you know me and all my things that I've led so far. Like, I'm not saying this boastfully, but, like, I think they've all been very, very well thought out, very well planned and stuff. And then, but on my side of it, I get so stressed. Like, and I've really leaned into God. Like, listen, I need your help because, like, I'm not trying to be all stressed out and anxious about something going wrong with this opportunity I'm trying to lead. Right. And so I get what you're saying. And honestly, that's a good perspective for our listeners to have. Is like, get God in the process, get God involved, and pray to him. Because he will help you. And, like, there's no need to be anxious. There's no need to worry. pray for the wisdom to lay out all the details accordingly and appropriately. And honestly, like the day of the event, for me at least, it's gone very well.
Yeah, exactly. So don't stress, you know? God's got this.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all I had, bro.
That's all I got.
Sweet. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a faster one, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a shorter chapter, pretty straightforward. Not much to break down just because it's so straightforward. We can talk about what we liked about it, but it's the Bible, so of course I liked it, you know?
Yeah. And if you don't, then get with it.
That's right. Yes. Yeah, man. Well, I'm excited for James. Nope, not James. 1 Peter chapter 5. That's the last one, right?
It's the last one, 1 Peter 5.
So, it's really good.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we love you. We will see you next week. And until then, I hope you guys have a good week. Peace.
Peace.